Have you ever wondered why, despite so many achievements, happiness seems perpetually distant, like a horizon we can never reach? What if the answer to this constant dissatisfaction doesn't lie in the outside world, but rather in how you perceive yourself? In Buddhism, we learn that true joy and inner peace are not found in what we possess, but in who we are. This is what we will explore today: how to direct our focus inward and discover a happiness that doesn't depend on comparisons with others. In the modern world, we are constantly bombarded with the idea that happiness is linked to external accomplishments, a promotion at work, a new car, a bigger house. However, according to Buddhist teachings, this is an illusory view. True happiness is not an object to be attained or acquired. It is a quality that already exists within us and simply needs to be awakened. Buddha teaches us that the origin of human suffering lies in our minds, in our desires and attachments. When we spend most of our time yearning for what we don't have or envying what others possess, we distance ourselves from what truly matters, our inner well-being. A common practice in Buddhism is meditation, which helps clear the mind of these comparative thoughts and allows us to focus on the present moment. Meditating is a way to turn inward and recognize that true happiness is a choice, not a consequence of external events. How many times have you caught yourself thinking that your life would be better if you had what someone else has? This type of thinking is a trap that generates more suffering and insecurity. Buddhism invites us to look at our own journey and appreciate our accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Each person has a unique path, filled with their own challenges and lessons. Constantly comparing ourselves to others is like running a marathon while looking sideways. You lose focus, waste energy, and decrease your chances of crossing the finish line. Instead of concentrating on what others are doing, dedicate yourself to understanding who you are and what truly brings meaning to your life. To cultivate inner happiness, it is essential to incorporate practices that help us maintain focus on our own growth. Daily meditation is crucial for reconnecting with the present and letting go of negative thoughts. Setting aside just 15 minutes a day to meditate can make a significant difference in your life, allowing you to concentrate on your breath and let thoughts pass without clinging to them. Another powerful practice is conscious gratitude, which involves thinking of 3 things you are grateful for every day. By recognizing the blessings in your life, you start to appreciate what you have rather than focusing on what's lacking. Additionally, it's important to reflect on what truly matters to you and whether your actions align with your values. Regularly ask yourself, what really matters to me? Am I living according to my values? These questions are fundamental for keeping your focus on your own journey instead of getting lost in comparisons. Buddha teaches us that true happiness is not found in grand achievements, but in the small things in life. Meditating, reflecting, and being present in the moment are practices that help maintain emotional and spiritual balance. When we focus on our own values and passions, we are better equipped to face challenges with a positive and centered perspective. Avoiding comparisons is key to finding inner peace and true happiness. Instead of getting caught up in others' accomplishments, concentrate on your own progress. Stay true to yourself by reflecting on your values and aligning your actions with what is most important to you. It is this journey of self-discovery and personal growth that guides us toward a fuller, more meaningful life. Finding balance in our daily lives is crucial for achieving true peace and satisfaction. Often we are so focused on our responsibilities and goals that we forget to carve out time for the things that genuinely make us happy. In Buddhism, we are taught to seek harmony between obligations and pleasures in order to attain a state of well-being that goes beyond material achievements. Balance is a fundamental concept in Buddhist philosophy, emphasizing the need to avoid extremes, whether excessive indulgence or absolute deprivation. This path, known as the middle way, teaches us that we can enjoy life's joys without being obsessively attached to them. The idea is to live each moment fully and consciously, valuing both small pleasures and significant accomplishments. One powerful way to cultivate this inner happiness is through hobbies and interests that bring genuine joy. Engaging in activities that spark your creativity and make time seem to stand still is a way to connect with your essence. In Buddhism, these practices are considered forms of active meditation, as they allow the mind to calm and focus on the present. When you immerse yourself in music, painting, reading, or any other activity you love, you are actually practicing a form of self-discovery. These moments are not merely distractions. They are essential for your emotional and mental well-being. They provide a break from the hustle and bustle of daily life, allowing you to recharge your energies. Such pauses are vital for maintaining mental and emotional health. Buddhism teaches us that we need to take care of ourselves in order to be able to care for others and contribute positively to the world around us. In addition to hobbies, connecting with nature is a practice that Buddhism greatly values. Walking outdoors, tending to plants, or simply observing the movement of leaves in the wind are practices that reconnect us with the natural cycle of life. Nature serves as a constant reminder that everything is impermanent and teaches us to accept change as part of our personal growth. Walking meditation is a common practice in Buddhism that helps us keep the mind focused and the body in tune. Each step is taken with full attention, with the mind concentrated on the movement of the feet, the breath, and the surrounding environment. This form of meditation teaches us the importance of each moment, encouraging us to walk with serenity and gratitude, recognizing the beauty in every detail. Creating a weekly self-care routine is an effective way to incorporate these moments of peace and balance into our daily lives. Try setting aside time for activities that bring pleasure and relaxation. Meditating for a few minutes each day, practicing light exercises like yoga or going for a walk, and finding time to express your creativity are ways to cultivate well-being. When we do this, we are taking care not just of our bodies, but also of our minds and spirits. By incorporating self-care practices into your routine, you not only improve your quality of life, but also prepare yourself to face daily challenges with a calmer and more resilient mindset. This is not a luxury, it's a necessity for staying healthy and balanced. Buddhism teaches us that true happiness begins with self-love and the care we dedicate to ourselves. When we commit to our personal and emotional growth, we become more capable of helping others and facing challenges with compassion and serenity. Practicing self-care does not mean being selfish. It means recognizing that we need to be well in order to offer our best to others. It is an act of self-love and respect for our own worth. True joy comes from within and is nourished by activities that connect us with our essence. By dedicating time to ourselves, to meditation, gratitude, and hobbies, you start building a life that aligns with who you truly are. Happiness is not something found outside. It is a journey that begins with each step taken toward self-discovery and inner peace. In today's world, it is nearly impossible to avoid comparisons. Social media, the media, and even everyday conversations constantly prompt us to measure our lives against those of others. But according to Buddhist teachings, these comparisons are one of the greatest sources of human suffering. They create a cycle of dissatisfaction and frustration, leading us to believe that we are never good enough. When we look at others and compare our lives, successes, and achievements with theirs, we end up underestimating the value of our own journey. Each person is unique, with their own story, path, and purpose. Buddhism teaches us that true happiness comes from embracing who we are, without the need to compete or feel inferior to others. The act of comparing ourselves to others is like trying to reach the horizon. No matter how far you walk, it will always be out of reach. The reason for this is that we are measuring our worth with a yardstick that does not belong to us. The middle way, one of the central philosophies of Buddhism, teaches us to seek balance and to accept our imperfections with compassion. By focusing on our own evolution, rather than comparing ourselves to others, we are walking a much more rewarding and meaningful path. Overcoming the need for comparison begins with self-discovery. In Buddhism, the practice of meditation is essential for looking inward and understanding who we truly are. Meditation is not just a moment of relaxation, it is a profound process of observing and accepting our emotions and thoughts. By allowing ourselves this moment of reflection, we begin to realize that we don't need to be better than anyone. We just need to be the best version of ourselves. Reflecting on the values that truly matter is a practice deeply valued in Buddhism. Instead of trying to attain what others have, we should focus on our own passions and what brings us genuine joy. When we connect with our purpose, we set aside the need for external validation and start living according to our own principles. Self-compassion is another fundamental pillar on the path to self-discovery. Being kind to ourselves is essential for overcoming self-criticism and the pressure we often impose on ourselves. Buddhism teaches us that compassion starts within us. When we learn to treat our flaws with understanding and accept our imperfections, we create an internal environment of peace and harmony. The process of self-discovery is ongoing and requires patience. It is not something that can be achieved overnight, but a daily practice that involves observing our thoughts and behaviors without judgment. Each small step we take toward understanding who we are brings us closer to a fuller and more authentic life. In Buddhism, true wisdom is recognized as the ability to see ourselves and the world clearly and without illusion. Avoiding comparisons does not mean ignoring the success of others, but rather celebrating our own achievements and being grateful for our own journey. When we focus on what we have and what we are capable of achieving, we become more resilient and confident. Gratitude is a powerful tool that helps us focus on the present and appreciate every moment of our lives. Buddhism teaches us that happiness lies in the path we choose to walk, not in the destination we seek to reach. Each step taken with intention and awareness is a step toward inner peace. By letting go of comparisons and focusing on what is truly important to us, we find a satisfaction that cannot be shaken by the opinions or accomplishments of others. The practice of meditation, gratitude, and self-love are effective ways to strengthen this inner peace. When you meditate, you reconnect with your center and silence the voices that tell you that you need to be more or have more. Gratitude reminds us of all the blessings we already have, while self-love helps us accept our flaws and motivates us to grow. Ultimately, true inner peace is not something to be conquered, but something to be cultivated day by day. It is a continuous journey of self-discovery, where we learn to be kind to ourselves and live according to our values, regardless of what others are doing or thinking. Buddhism guides us on this journey, offering the tools and teachings necessary to find true happiness. As you progress on the path of self-discovery and free yourself from comparisons, you will discover a new freedom that will allow you to live the life you have always dreamed of. A life where you are the protagonist of your own story, guided by your own values and motivated by the desire to become the best version of yourself. Buddhism shows us that the path to inner peace begins within each of us, and that by walking this path, we come closer and closer to the true essence of who we are.